Everybody makes mistakes. Sometimes big, sometimes small. It can be hard to admit when you've made a mistake. You might feel upset or worried about what people might think. But we can learn from our mistakes and see them as a chance to learn and improve. Think about how it happened. Maybe you just need a little practice. Or maybe you just need someone to talk to. Kids Helpline is here for you, anytime, any reason. Call 1-800-55-1800 or visit kidshelpline.com.au. Are you scared of being at home? Are your family hurting you or each other? Your home should always be a place where you feel safe, and nothing that makes you feel bad should ever be kept secret. If you need help, talk to an adult you trust. And if you're too scared or worried they won't believe you, Kids Helpline is always here for you, because everyone deserves to be safe, especially you. Call 1-800-55-1800 or visit kidshelpline.com.au.
At CQ Uni, we believe change is something that should start at home. We see our communities growing healthier by training professionals here in our regions. We see our producers benefiting when we share knowledge, technology and ideas. We see opportunities to nurture our environment and support industries. By finding more ways to make where we live better, we could just make a world of impact. Join us at CQ University today.
It takes a lot of hard work and a few rocks in your boots, but this is the way we like it. Field Mining Services Group, more than a job, it's a lifestyle. It takes a lot of hard work and a few rocks in your boots, but this is the way we like it.
How we looking, lad? 20 minutes, bud. I'll be on the 20. Down in
the Field Mining Services Group, more than a job, it's a lifestyle.
It's the 2022 Rumble on the Reef, live from the Sugar Bowl in Mackay, the Songline Indigenous Skate Day. Donate via the QR code that you see when it pops up on your screen or at songlineskateboarding.com/donate. We're looking at the crowd as we speak at the moment, Theo. There is an air of anticipation in the air because we are coming up to the main event, the Men's Open Bowl. We saw these guys this afternoon. We're watching them in warm-up now. We are going to see some big tricks.
Yeah, if you didn't think there was a thick crowd around that fence before, it's about 4 bodies deep, especially on that licensed drinking area. We've got Seabreeze Hotel putting on some cold brews for the crowd, keeping them frothing. And it's pretty nice to see everyone packing up in the zone.
Today we saw them out on the skate park, or out on the bowl, I should say. It was about 29 degrees, so in there it's like 30 plus degrees today. They had their semi-finals this afternoon at about 1:30, 2 o'clock. They've now had a couple of hours to rehydrate, to get ready for tonight. What were they been doing in that time? Is it pure R&R? Are you working on some tricks that didn't work in the semi-finals? Are you trying to put together 45 seconds? How are you spending your time this afternoon?
Well, to be honest, I think a lot of the boys have made it a bit of a tradition to go fishing in the afternoons up here at Mackay, but those that were dedicated were definitely down here dialing in those runs. We did see some sweaty bodies getting dragged out of that bowl a little bit earlier of their own accord, on their own 2 feet, but putting in the effort while they could.
That's the best thing about the Rumble on the Reef in Mackay. This place is picturesque. I know you're a fisherman. You got out, you did some snorkeling earlier on in the week. This is becoming a destination skate competition.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 90% of the boys have a couple of rods packed away in the back of the cards. We've definitely been out there hooking up with the fish. I was swimming with some sea snakes earlier in the week. Dennis Durant was nailing a few mackerel up at Cape Hillsborough. But the water, the clarity, the temperature, everything about it, it just screams, get down to the water and make the most of it, because that's what you do up here. This is tropical Queensland.
You do that during the day, and then at night you head down to the Sugar Bowl for the men's open final. These boys, they're going to have 3 runs, 45 seconds on the clock. Their best run will be the one that they take to the podium. If you fall off the board at any time, the clock stops, the judges pin your score there. We saw in the women's event just how quickly the leaderboard can change. Yeah, you could be at first place through 2 runs, someone nails their 3rd run, and boom, it throws everything out.
Yeah, in the blink of an eye, it can all go down, and everything is counting by the second out here. It just takes that one good run to shake it all up. We'll have the names up on the leaderboard, but at any given moment, it can all go down in a moment. These boys, these men are shredders, every single one of them. The list is heavy out here, and they are going to bring the heat.
Can I throw a name at you? I want to throw the name Jake Thatcher. He'll be the second guy we see out on the bowl tonight. I say guy, I should say young man. He's 13 years of age from Tugun on the Gold Coast. He's the youngest competitor here today. He's still young enough to be competing with the under-15, so we saw to kick off the night. But no, he wants to throw down with the big boys, and he won't be intimidated tonight.
Yeah, Jake Thatcher comes from good genes. His father, Craig Thatcher, was also a shredder, so he's been brought up all about skating his whole life, and he is not afraid to hold his own. A veteran of the sport, Jake Thatcher, Attack of the Thatch, is going to be out in force tonight.
Logan Graff we saw from Batteau Bay on the Central Coast. We saw him in his heats today. He was probably the pick of Heat 1, threw down some massive tricks, just looks effortless in the air.
Yeah, but again, I think he was holding back in those heats. He wasn't going to throw down his best tricks for the show in just the semi-final rounds. He's going to save it all for tonight in the finals. He doesn't want to show what's in his bag until he needs to, because it is deep and he can pull just about anything out.
I'm saying this because I love the man. We've got a 13-year-old on course tonight. We've got one of our, I'm going to call him more senior men. We know who he is. Shaun Vouchers, a winner here in both the street and the bowl. During today, he got stronger with each run. You see him here in the warm-up. He's watching over his competitors. He's going to put in a strong 45. If he puts in a strong 45, he's going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, definitely. Shaun Vouchers is tough to beat in any aspect, whether it's good looks or skateboarding. He is the cream of the crop. Voucher did take out gold in the past for both street and bowl. He's on screen now, so you can just get a taste of this handsome man.
Okay, we know his experience. He's been here, he's done it, he's won it before. Right now, is he throwing down, he's saying, boys, I'm the one to chase. This is what you can expect from me? Or is he just warming up, just keeping some stuff in the tank for his run?
No, he's definitely just warming up. He's just feeling it out, staying toasty, keeping those legs warm, and making sure that he's ready to go, because once the trigger's pulled, it is just an absolute Armageddon of heavy skateboarding.
The man we're seeing on course at the moment was outstanding during the semi-finals. Again, big air, big tricks, big scores, high risk, high reward, but if it goes wrong, your 45 seconds could be cut to 5.
Yeah, not wrong, not wrong. It's all about what you bring at the time. It was Ethan Copeland on the screen before, and he has been a shredder since birth. I swear he came out with grip tape on his head instead of hair. That man knows how to skate.
We got Freddie Hazelton in this competition tonight as well. He's another one of our younger riders. He's from Mackay. This is his home bowl. Skates out of Early Beach, but having the experience on this bowl. We're going to see it with Shaun tonight. We're going to see it with Freddie. That's a huge plus.
Yeah, definitely. Because he is a local, he might have a little bit of an advantage by skating the Sugar Bowl more frequently. But again, this is an annual competition, so a lot of these skaters come up every year to throw down right here, so they're not unfamiliar with the territory. They know what they're getting into.
You speak annual competition. This is the 5th Rumble on the Reef, and I reckon this is going to be number 1 when it comes to the Men's Open. I cannot wait for this one. We are mere seconds away, or minutes away. The boys are just finishing up their warm-ups now. Now's the time. Now's the time to put the cold water out, towel yourself off, get the comfy pants on, get your spot prime in the center of your lounge room, because this next 20 minutes is 20 minutes that you're not going to want to miss.
That's right. If you haven't got the popcorn out of the microwave yet, you might as well leave it. Don't leave those seats. It's about to happen right here at the Sugar Bowl.
The 2022 Rumble on the Reef, live from the Sugar Bowl in Mackay. Songline Indigenous Skate Day. Get those donations in now via the QR code on the screen or at songlineskateboarding.com/donate. The men's final of the bowl coming up next.
Everybody makes mistakes. Sometimes big, sometimes small. It can be hard to admit when you've made a mistake. You might feel upset or worried about what people might think. But we can learn from our mistakes and see them as a chance to learn and improve. Think about how it happened. Maybe you just need a little practice. Or maybe you just need someone to talk to. Kids Helpline is here for you, anytime, any reason. Call 1-800-55-1800 or visit kidshelpline.com.au. Are you scared of being at home? Are your family hurting you or each other? Your home should always be a place where you feel safe, and nothing that makes you feel bad should ever be kept secret. If you need help, talk to an adult you trust. And if you're too scared or worried they won't believe you, Kids Helpline is always here for you, because everyone deserves to be safe, especially you. Call 1-800-55-1800 or visit kidshelpline.com.au.
At CQ Uni, we believe change is something that should start at home. We see our communities growing healthier by training professionals here in our regions. We see our producers benefiting when we share knowledge, technology and ideas. We see opportunities to nurture our environment and support industries. By finding more ways to make where we live better, we could just make a world of impact. Join us at CQ University today.
It takes a lot of hard work and a few rocks in your boots, but this is the way we like it. Field Mining Services Group, more than a job, it's a lifestyle. It takes a lot of hard work and a few rocks in your boots. But this is the way we like it.
How we looking, lad? 20 minutes, bud. I'll be on the 20. Down in the
Field Mining Services Group, more than a job, it's a lifestyle.
Everybody makes mistakes. Sometimes big, sometimes small. It can be hard to admit when you've made a mistake. You might feel upset or worried about what people might think. But we can learn from our mistakes and see them as a chance to learn and improve. Think about how it happened. Maybe you just need a little practice. Or maybe you just need someone to talk to. Kids Helpline is here for you, anytime, any reason. Call 1-800-55-1800 or visit kidshelpline.com.au. Are you scared of being at home? Are your family hurting you or each other? Your home should always be a place where you feel safe, and nothing that makes you feel bad should ever be kept secret. If you need help, talk to an adult you trust. And if you're too scared or worried they won't believe you, Kids Helpline is always here for you, because everyone deserves to be safe, especially you. Call 1-800-55-1800 or visit kidshelpline.com.au.
It's the 2022 Rumble on the Reef, live from the Sugar Bowl in Mackay, the Songline Indigenous Skate Day. Donate via the QR code when you see it pop up on your screen, or donate now at songlineskateboarding.com/donate. Theo, we've been talking about the Songline skateboarding all night tonight. We're going to see the guys ahead of the street skating tomorrow. What sort of programs are we seeing the Songline skateboarding group do?
So the Songline crew, I'm only going to speak what I know about them because they have their own thing going on, but they've been getting their skateboarding skills out to the communities, back to mob, on country, and teaching their next generation of Indigenous young people all about skateboarding. But that just isn't the only part of it. Skateboarding is so much more deeper than being on a little toy on a wood and rolling around with wheels. It's about connecting to something bigger than that, the community, and really just like being homies, hanging out, sharing the love. They've been going back on country and learning more about their own culture. A lot of the boys on the Songline team haven't had time out on country, so they're reconnecting to themselves. And with that spiritual connection is sort of the baseline of their identity. They're really coming up into their own and sharing that with the next generation that might feel that disconnection from country in themselves.
You talk about culture in skateboarding. I've never seen a sport more inclusive than skateboarding. Tonight we're seeing riders, skaters from all over the country. We're seeing some of the boys coming from New Zealand over to compete as well. We've had the boys from Fiji here this week. This sport is going from strength to strength. It's reaching into other different pockets around Australia, around the world, and we're seeing it here tonight under lights in Mackay. Yeah, shout out to the Fiji boys. That oceanic community is really starting to liven up with skateboarding, and I'm super excited to see what comes out of the islands because they are just built for this. They could absolutely dominate the strength in their bodies. Seeing those island boys out here learning, Will has been taking off. One of the Fiji boys that's been brought over to hang out at this competition has just absolutely picked it up that quick, being immersed and part of the culture out here. He's going to make names. If you're looking for a sport for your junior child, for your young one, again, we talk about inclusivity, we talk about culture, we talk about competition here tonight. These guys, this isn't a social outing. Like, they've come to compete, they've come to win. But when you see one of your competitors land a big trick, there's nothing but positivity. If you see a competitor who has a stumble, there's nothing but positivity, helping your mate up, getting them out there. Don't worry about it. Go for run number 2. I've never seen anything like it in any sport. That's so unique to skateboarding.
Yeah, it's something in its own right where you're not just competing against everyone else, but you're really competing against yourself and sharing that love, making sure that everyone's just stoked on being there for the day is what skateboarding is about. You go out for a session, but you're not just having a session. You're hanging with your homies. You're all putting in the work. You're there for the battle, battling yourself, battling that obstacle, battling the trick, but you've got your homies right there propping you up along the way.
We've got the guys here tonight. They're about to compete in the main event. But the thing I love as well is that we saw these guys here at 10 o'clock this morning in the blistering heat, cheering on the young skaters, helping them out with their tricks, showing them little tips, little ways to improve, and just giving them that encouragement that's making them feel 10 foot tall. It's why we're seeing guys like Jake Thatcher at 13 years of age not intimidated by these guys. He wants to compete with these guys. He wants to compete with the best. Yeah,
exactly right. And you hear the whispers when you're walking around the park. I can't wait to come down and watch Jake Thatcher or Shaun Vouchers skate tonight. Everyone wants to see these absolutely talented men throw down because that's what it's about, just sharing the stoke day in, day out for Rumble on the Reef.
Rumble on the Reef, the 5th incarnation of this competition. It goes from strength to strength every week. If you're a skater watching tonight and you aren't here, this is where you need to be next year. This competition is going from strength to strength.
That's right. There's other Rumbles held around, but nothing like this. This is Rumble on the Reef, the big one, the championships, all held right here at Mackay at the Sugar Bowl, a purpose-built facility just for this event.
Tonight, we're going to see the men's open bowl. The action continues tomorrow. We take it to the street tomorrow. We are going to see some amazing boarding tomorrow as well.
That's right. My origins are as a street skateboarder, and I am hyped to hang out for the street competition tomorrow. That 9 stair, the handrail, where that best trick session is going to go down is just mind-blowing.
And the thing tomorrow as well, we're going to see them skate the street circuit. But what you're talking about, the big trick, you have one chance to land the biggest trick you've got in your kit bag. We're going to see some of these guys who are competing in the final, competing in street tomorrow as well. A chance for them to warm up before the warm-up. Pull a big trick down in the bowl, get that confidence to land the biggest trick tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. The finals lineup we have for the streets tomorrow is like no other year we've had before. There's so many young bloods that have come up and made it through to the finals this year. It's really the next generation starting to shine.
That'll be on at 1:30 tomorrow on Fuel TV. But tonight we're counting down to the main event, which is our men's open bowl. We're getting to the latter stages of the warm-up now. These guys, watching them warm up, you go, what else have they got left? They're going to take this to the next level and try and go after that gold.
Yeah, definitely. But there's so much more that happens out here at Rumble on the Reef. A highlight for me always is the social comp. We had that one go down yesterday, and there was a special guest that came out to play Disco Man. I don't know if you know him, but he knows how to party. Came out swinging with his disco balls. You could just look at them shine all night long.
If you miss any of the behind-the-scenes action, you can check it all out on the social media pages. Just hop onto Instagram, hop onto your TikTok, Rumble in the Reef. There is so many cool tricks that we just don't have the time to fit into one broadcast. Plenty of colour behind the scenes as well, plenty of fun. That's what this event's all about.
It's non-stop action, day in, day out. Free skate lessons in the morning for the young ones wanting to get a part of it. The social comp, the game of skate that was hosted by Coffee Skateboards. It's just, it's a full-on week, non-stop action, day in, day out.
All right, speaking of action, we are about to turn this thing up to 11. We're getting to the end of our warm-up now. There's my man out there. I can't wait to see him throw down Shaun Voucher. Commentator's curse. I did it to the girls. I'm not going to do it to the boys. I'm not going to talk about 45 seconds and then them not land a trick, okay? I promise you that for the men's competition.
We're going to try and lift that curse right here.
Let's do it. It's the 2022 Rumble on the Reef. We're live from the Sugar Bowl in Mackay, the Songline Indigenous Skate Day. Donate via the QR code on the screen when you see it pop up, or donate at songlineskateboarding.com/donate. Don't touch your sets, don't touch your dials. We're coming back next with our main event of the night, the feature competition, our men's open bowl. Coming up next, live from Rumble on the Reef.
Everybody makes mistakes. Sometimes big, sometimes small. It can be hard to admit when you've made a mistake. You might feel upset or worried about what people might think. But we can learn from our mistakes and see them as a chance to learn and improve. Think about how it happened. Maybe you just need a little practice. Or maybe you just need someone to talk to. Kids Helpline is here for you, anytime, any reason. Call 1-800-55-1800 or visit kidshelpline.com.au. Are you scared of being at home? Are your family hurting you or each other? Your home should always be a place where you feel safe, and nothing that makes you feel bad should ever be kept secret. If you need help, talk to an adult you trust. And if you're too scared or worried they won't believe you, Kids Helpline is always here for you, because everyone deserves to be safe, especially you. Call 1-800-55-1800 or visit kidshelpline.com.au.
At CQ Uni, we believe change is something that should start at home. We see our communities growing healthier by training professionals here in our regions. We see our producers benefiting when we share knowledge, technology and ideas. We see opportunities to nurture our environment and support industries. By finding more ways to make where we live better, we could just make a world of impact. Join us at CQ University today.
It's the 2022 Rumble on the Reef, live from the Sugar Bowl in Mackay, the Songline Indigenous Skate Day. Donate via the QR code on the screen or donate now at songlineskateboarding.com/donate. Now's the time we need everybody to clear the bowl. Take a step back because we are ready for our main event, the men's open final. These boys are going big, they're going hard, they're going for gold. You do not want to be standing too close to this bowl because it's about to go down.
Yeah, you're going to want to stand right away from that coping because airs will be blasted and you might lose your face and end up with your nose stuck on someone else's trucks.
45 seconds on the clock. There's 3 rounds. It's the best of 3 rounds. And as we know, it's do or die. You come off your board at any time. The clock stops, and then that's where your score is kept. 3 rounds. We saw it in the women's championship round. Second last run. Went from 5th place into 1st. This could happen at any time.
That's right. Tanai Myers just brought it out when it counted and got straight to the top of that podium. And the same thing goes here. Anything can happen.
We are ready. We have got Charlie Holland from Kingscliff, New South Wales, ready to go first. He is in. His 45 seconds is on the clock. Really good at the boneless is our boy Charlie. Good in the air as well. Unfortunately, there's that commentator's curse. Not what you want from your first run, but still 2 rounds to pick that up.
That's exactly right. He's come in swinging. He wants to go straight in, get that heavy, heavy run because he knows what it takes. You've got to be all in it if you want to end up on the podium.
Thumbs up from Jake Thatcher. He's ready to go. He is 13 years of age from the Gold Coast. He's our youngest competitor here tonight, and you can see he is not intimidated one iota. He is here to win.
He's a veteran of competitions. He knows exactly what he's doing, and looking at skating like that, he is holding it down tonight, putting in a solid run.
When he gets the chance, if you see what's under this helmet of his tonight as well, he's got a big future, plenty of marketability and plenty of skill.
And probably going to end up in a punk band, I guess.
Jake Thatcher putting it together. Oh, big air there. Just the confidence, the crowd going wild, and he is lifting for the moment.
And that's what we were talking about earlier, that amplitude of tricks, just going for broke, sending it all the way.
That is a solid first round. That is throwing it down. Lukas Byers is next up from Noosa via New Zealand. He's also brought his cheer squad with him today. He was really popular during our semi-finals. He has got plenty of tricks in his arsenal, and we saw it in the semi-finals, was stronger as the runs went on.
But the semi-finals are done. It's all about the finals now. You've got to do it all again. Get that 45-second run in. Every trick counts now.
Using every single inch of the bowl from the deep end down to the shallow end, holding that air. The crowd, you can hear them. They are pumped.
Yo, you can see the way he tweaks those airs out. He's got a lot of control on the board, but just peeled out on that last wall. Looks like he might have hit his knee and had a little bit of an injury, but I think he'll bounce back.
He's got some time to shake that one off. Still 2 runs to go. And if anything's to go by, like we saw today, as we said, got stronger as the competition went on. He is one to keep an eye on.
We got our next skater coming out soon, Logan Graff. Another one of the young bloods stepping up and holding it down. And he's off and in. Here we go into the back end of the bowl, charging around through those tiles and sending it all the way up. That's what I was talking about. Some of these guys are more like satellites, absolutely going into orbit. The way they pop out of these ramps, get that air, grab it, and bring it back in.
He is committed and means business. That concentration on the face, not deterred by the moment whatsoever.
Here we go, heading up through that shallow part, milking the speed, sending it on top of the postal pocket, and back down to that deep section.
We talk about the momentum. We talk about keeping it clean and building that speed for something to finish something big. That's exactly what we're seeing here from Logan.
Yeah, that's it. He's setting himself up. That last trick he's going for there is going to be the banger to end his run.
Hey, right on the buzzer.
That's right. He's probably figured out this run and timed it in the past. He knows exactly what he's going for to get all these tricks in 45, but he's got to land them. He's got to take it home if he wants to get that score.
We got Freddie coming in from the deep end. He's going to look to set this up from trick number 1 and then roll that through his 45 seconds. So important to land that first trick and set your run up.
I've seen Freddie Arnold skate this competition in previous years, and he can hold it down.
Oh,
just
big
like
air.
that. Absolutely made for this style of skateboarding. Freddie is a dominator out there.
We talk about it again. Those first 2 tricks, lands them, builds that momentum, allows him later in the run to go hard.
That's right. And then he's just milking that speed, heading back up to the shallow, quick 1-2, and then back down to the deep, trying to make the most out of this run.
We've got 10 seconds to go. The judges are going to be liking this.
Going that 50-50 all the way around, smashing through those tiles, taking it back up, charging the postal pocket, getting that speed together. He's going to send it on this last one.
Oh, right on the buzzer, Freddie. What a run.
Unreal. I reckon he's going to get that together this night. It could be Freddie's night to end up on the podium.
Here he is, the most charming man in skateboarding, Shaun Vouchers, ready to throw down Byron Bay via New Zealand, a previous winner in this competition in both the street and the bowl. Strap yourselves in. This is one not to miss.
You know, if my girlfriend's watching, you can probably just turn the screen off for 30 seconds. I don't need you witnessing Shaun Vouchers out there. The man is just too good on and off the board. Absolutely dominating out there. Let's see what he's got.
Oh, big land.
Massive one. And he smacks the tail through when he comes down to the quarters. You might notice it's a subtle movement, but he blasts the air and then smacks the tail on the way down. And the sound around that park, that slap of wood on these tiles, it's just so distinct.
Oh, holds that one. The crowd loving this run.
That was a back tail with an extra revert at the end. Half cabs up into the blunt, popping down fakie off that postal wall.
There's the 45 seconds. That's how you do it. The boys are bringing it out in round 1. We've still got 2 runs to go. This is round 1. I can't even begin to imagine what we're going to see in the next 20 minutes.
Snowy, this is only the beginning. Remember, this is their safety runs, just trying to get a score up on the board and then upgrade from there. So the best is yet to come. We've got the young blood Freddie out there. It was Freddie Hazelton earlier. This is Freddie Arnold out there now. Yo, the flip grab down in the deep.
Have a look at the smiles on the faces. So smooth. Unfortunately there.
Yeah,
that's where we see the time stop.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
is just how crucial it is.
Riding out of the bowl, missing out on the rest of his run. But again, it's 1 of 3. He will have another chance to dance in the Sugar Bowl. Just got to get those runs together. It's make or break out there tonight. There's not much room for error. You've got to make the most of it.
Ethan Copeland is next in the bowl. He was outstanding and so consistently strong throughout the semi-finals today. His aerials are so strong.
Ethan Copeland is seated last in this heat because he's qualified first, so you know he's going to be a talented skater. Oh. And watching him blast like that, God, the reaction from the crowd, just stunned faces, jaws on the floor.
But what we're seeing there, Theo, that is the pressure of what you're seeing come before you. You know that you have to go big. There is there's no playing it safe out there because of the scores that we've seen posted so far. A 60.6 in round 1, Shaun Vouchers leading on the way into round 2. But have a look. Second and third place, you can't put anything between them.
It's a really tight grouping, only 3 points between them. First, second, and third, all grouped up tight up top. But any of these fellas can take it out. They've just got to get that run together, put all these tricks down, and link it up back to back. So we must be going back to the top of the list.
This is Charlie ready to go. Choosing to drop in differently in the bowl from round number 1. Is that something he's picked up, or does he just see something there that he can take advantage of?
This is a line of his choosing. He wants to go up that escalator, down to the deep, and then link it back to that pocket, but just missing out on that lip slide, getting away from him.
The Open Women's was anything to go by. Charlie still has 1 run to come tonight. Shouldn't be disheartened. He's still got the chance to pull out something big.
He's still got the chance, but he's missed out on locking in that safety run. So the only option now is to go for broke. You're either going to put it together or you're going to miss out.
Jake Thatcher currently in 3rd spot, but not by much. I can't wait to watch this run.
Attack of the Thatch. He's out there in the bowl, throwing it all the way. That's all right. He knows what he's done wrong. He's going to come back out swinging. That's what he does and what he does best, not to be discounted. But he's still up there on the podium. He might be able to hang on to it. This is Lukas Byers, our next skater in. Starting things off, hitting that postal pocket with the front side 50-50, lining it back up to go down to the deep section of the park.
Lukas looks strong in his first run. Wasn't able to pull out the full 45 seconds. Now he's looking to post that score.
That's it. This is the make or break. Second run in. If you're not going to get that safety, you might as well just go full ham. Front Phoebes around that postal ramp. Backing it up with the backsmith going up the escalator. He's got some serious tricks out there, but is it enough to get to the podium? I don't know. I'm not a judge, and I'm kind of glad for that.
He's got 10 seconds to go, looking to finish big here, post a big score.
Getting a few nice front tails, a quick back D, a little bit conservative hanging out in the shallow, but he gets a full run in, so he's got a score on the board and still 1 more run.
And that looked clean. That looked smooth. That looked like there's still some left in the tank as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's all going to come down to the wire in this final night right here at the Sugar Bowl. Young Logan Graff lining it up to head on in. Started with a roll in, so he's taking a lot more speed down to that back section, and that's why he's blasting those airs up.
And we talked that 45 seconds. That 45 seconds doesn't start when he starts rolling in. It starts from that first trick, so using all the time in the world.
Yeah, no, we're actually got the timer going from as soon as they drop in. In some competitions, it's from the first wall, but tonight, it's when you enter the dojo. Once you're in that bowl, the clock is on and counting. And I guess that's why it makes so much sense to come in with that speed, because you can just hit every single wall, not watch it off, just take that momentum through and make the most out of it. Just like that. That was a nice transfer from the smaller ramp into the deep. Up one of those tiles, rocking back down and in. I can hear the buzzer going off there.
That's a strong 45.
That is a solid run.
And Logan happy with that one as well. Mr. Consistency through the first 2 rounds.
Only his second of 3, 1 more run to come. But we've got a few skaters left in this second run. It ain't over till it's over. This is the man, Freddie Arnold.
It's Freddie Hazelton coming in currently in 2nd spot at the moment. Looking to take that number 1 spot, a sweet first run. And starting strongly here.
We've got 2 Freddies in this heat. And Freddie Hazelton's out there throwing down. Look at that. Absolutely blasting these airs. Skating backside, heading back down to the deep end of the bowl. Up on top of the transition, locking those trucks in. That's that sound we're talking about. Smashing your trucks through the tiles. Airing up, locking back on, looking to take it in, but he's just missed out on that lock, so they'll have to pull his run.
Again, we're talking mere centimeters. That was looking smooth. That was looking flawless. But then at the last second, something doesn't quite go according to plan. Still one run to come. Still in second spot.
But it's all right. We've got Shaun Vouchers coming in now. It's the man, the myth, the legend himself. And doesn't he look good out there?
Has been so consistent all day through the semi-finals, through the warm-up, giving him the commentator's curse. My sincerest apologies to Shaun.
Coming unstuck on that back tail. Usually a go-to trick for Shaun Vouchers, but he's got that solid score on the board, so he is going to be trying to one-up it.
Just give himself a little bit of extra rest, ready for the championship round.
That's it. And he knows what it's all about. That third and final run is where it's going to happen. Here it is. This is Freddie Arnold. Charging around backside, lining it up, quick 5-0, taking that speed down to the deep section, a quick front side, and then a backside, linking it up. He gets the flip, the grab, puts it down, but just peels out. He'll have one more run out there. I want to see that trick go down. A heavy hitter and definitely something that might contend for first place.
Theo, what needs to be corrected there from run 2 to run 3 to stick that trick?
He's just got to land it. It's that simple. Really, to get it underneath his feet, coming down on that wall. If you miss that transition, end up too shallow, you're going to land on flat. End up too high, you're going to end up on the tiles. It's just getting that perfect precision, the flick and the catch to bring it back in. That's Ethan Copeland out there now, our last seed. He qualified first in the semis. And for good reason, you can see why, blasting it. Absolutely huge 270 nose through the hip, straight up into the shallow, and a whole lot of speed heading back down. A massive
going
scale.
big on run number 2.
Absolutely huge streaks going down right here. Ethan Copeland has been shredding pretty much since birth. I've seen him skate when he was younger, and he impressed me then. And again, not letting it down tonight.
He's got about 5 seconds left in this run. I can't wait to see this score. He's moving his way up that leaderboard.
Yeah, watch that leaderboard. It might shift around on this one, that's for sure.
Absolutely unbelievable. The crowd showing their appreciation. That was a run. And again, we talk about it every time someone gets to the top of that leaderboard. Someone's there snipping at the heels. The pressure valve gets turned up a little bit more.
That's right, the pressure.
All you've got is 45 seconds. 3 runs, best run counts. Need to stay on that board.
What you do with it is all up to you. We've got our next one out there. This is Charlie. And he's looking for that final line. This is third and final runs right here. A big boneless, trying to go for the transition. Boosting it from the shallow into the deep, but just coming unstuck. And that is going to wrap it up for Charlie Holland. That's his third and final run done. Going all in, trying to send those tricks, but just missing out on getting a solid run together.
Jake looking to get his way onto that podium as well. This kid is only 13 years of age. He's got plenty of years to come in the open men's, but we'd love to see him on that podium tonight.
13 years in body, 30 years in mind. He is just made for this since birth. Been brought up in the bottom of a bowl, but finding his way to the top, as you can see now, blasting these airs back to back.
Putting together a nice run, not intimidated by all, and the crowd getting behind him as well, just lifting that energy.
The energy, that's what it's about at the bowl. We've got the crowd fully encasing the dojo and hyping him up to throw down the airs like this. Look at Thatcher out there, harking it, absolutely sending a 540. A quick boneless through the next hip. Thatcher's got a good run together here. And a late shove on the way out, just a flex on the rest.
That is a crowd favourite run. The people of Mackay absolutely losing it for 13-year-old Jake Thatcher from the Gold Coast, our youngest competitor, as we're talking about, not intimidated, throwing down and saying, hey, boys, come and catch me.
That's it. You see the boys running over to give him props. They know he's done well. Thatcher, got to be happy with that.
Lukas Byers, third and final run, looking to get himself onto the podium as well. He's been pretty solid through the first 2. Now's the time to go big.
This is the make or break, the third run, the last 45-second chance you get to end up on the podium. And he's full, he's going in. That's pretty solid, transferring from the shallow up onto the tiles with that front Smith. Hitting the postal pocket, back Smith up the escalator down to the deep, a lip slide around the pocket. He's going in on this run. He wants it. He's hungry. He's looking to get fed.
He has got 10 seconds left to go, looking to finish big here, looking to try and get his way onto the podium. This has been a smooth run.
He's definitely got the extra tricks coming out here. Quick disaster and popping out. He's calling it. That's got to be his 45-second run right there. Mr. Byers.
That is someone who used 45 seconds, used absolutely every single second of his time, used absolutely everything at the bowl and every trick in his disposal. You can't ask for any more.
Trying to rack him and stack him and make the most of his chance out there in the Sugar Bowl for this finals night. This is Logan Graff out there, going right above, but missing out, going too far into the shallow. Had to throw that one away.
And that's what we talk about here. Look at the top of that leaderboard there. Logan was trying to get his way there. He knew he had to go big, have to go large. With comes big risk, comes big reward. But you are centimeters away from walking away without a 45-second run.
That's it. It's make or break. You got to go all in if you want to be one of the top dogs. But with it comes the bragging rights, and that's what it's about. Letting him know I'm top dog right here. Freddie Hazelton out there, trying to prove himself on his last run. Sends it all the way up.
That is big.
Completely inverted. Gets the judo. And frontside back through the hip. He's throwing out a lot of tricks right here. He's got the speed, the momentum, linking them together. I think he might have found his energy.
We talk about the third round being the championship round and absolutely saving his best for last.
Yeah, he's not holding back here. We've seen this in his last runs, locking that 50. He stayed committed, held it on, and brought it back down.
We've seen a few of our guys tonight attempt that move and not be able to get it off. That is extreme balance and strength that we're seeing there.
It is a precision maneuver. He might even grow up to be a surgeon with skills like that. You've got to be really precise with how you put it down.
Shaun Vouchers was leading through the first two rounds until Jake and Ethan's rounds. This is his last chance to try and move up that medal position.
I want to see Shaun throw down what he can because he's a veteran of this. He knows how to skate this bowl. He has won gold in the past. We might see another gold run right here. There we go. Nice judo tail, slapping them around. There's that body jar on the way through. Ollieing out, smacking the tail on the way through the ramps. Something I've only seen Shaun do tonight. Bringing that individual style, transferring up to a lip slide, a front Phoebes down in the deep. Not easy tricks. Tail reverse on the way through. He's got that flow coming up fakie. And just hanging up that postal pocket.
How do you think that will hurt him with the judges? That looked a good run.
Well, it's definitely not going to help, but Shaun is sitting in third place at the moment, but only by half a point. I wonder if he's going to hang on to that podium place. We've got one skater left. This is what it comes down to. Freddie Arnold, and he has come out swinging. Freddie's not on the podium yet, but he can be any second. He's just got to get this run.
We saw the last run in our women's opens lead to a change in the medal tally, and at the moment, we are seeing a run.
That was a flip indie. Big ones to be going down in the deep. And backing it up, Freddie's just floating around. I think he's found his vibe. He's got his tribal around. Let's get it, Freddie. Fire it up. Charging that speed up, back down into the deep. He's hit the escalator on the way. Gets the hand plant down to the deep. And there's the buzzer. I don't know if that slam was inside or outside time, but he made a lot of tricks inside that 45-second. The cloud is clearly high with his efforts.
Showing our appreciation for our 8 finalists in the men's open division tonight. Competition is fierce.
Our last skater, Ethan Copeland, the man. Absolute tank of a dude that can dominate bowls.
Got it done in the second run. Wasn't happy with the first. Dusted himself off. Picked himself up. Absolutely threw down in the third. And now can just let loose and have some fun.
Yeah, that's it. He's in a really good spot on that leaderboard. And I don't think that's going to change at the moment. And so he's going for the victory lap and sending the tricks. But throwing away on that backside hip transfer. It has been a hell of a show up there. Show at the Sugar Bowl. All these open men's shredding hard with the full crowd around. What an energy up there.
And we talk about it. We talk about the bowl. It is like an amphitheatre up there. That noise that you're hearing tonight, the crowd absolutely lifting the energy of all our skaters who have been here today, competing in the heat, competing under lights, and just bringing it 100%, emptying the tank on each of their final 3 runs.
Yeah, too right. They've gone all the way in, trying to make the most out of it. And we've seen some really heavy skating going down.
We certainly have. We're getting ready for our medal presentation as we speak. I know our judges are telling the scores. This has been really, really tough competition tonight. We are hearing now our judges are almost ready to dot the I's and cross the T's and hand out some medals. They have done an incredible job tonight, our judges.
Yeah, shout out to our judges up there. An absolutely stressful position to be in, especially when it's at this level of skateboarding and you have a live crowd hanging around the bowl, watching your every move. We've had live scores up. Everyone is being very transparent about what's going on. I can't believe the amount of determination these skaters have shown, and our judges out there witnessing it firsthand, throwing the scores up for our viewing pleasure.
100%. We're going to come back and crown our winners next. It's the 2022 Rumble on the Reef. We're live from the Sugar Bowl in Mackay, the Songline Indigenous Skate Day. Our winners crowned next.
Everybody makes mistakes. Sometimes big, sometimes small. It can be hard to admit when you've made a mistake. You might feel upset or worried about what people might think. But we can learn from our mistakes and see them as a chance to learn and improve. Think about how it happened. Maybe you just need a little practice. Or maybe you just need someone to talk to. Kids Helpline is here for you, anytime, any reason. Call 1-800-55-1800 or visit kidshelpline.com.au. Are you scared of being at home? Are your family hurting you or each other? Your home should always be a place where you feel safe, and nothing that makes you feel bad should ever be kept secret. If you need help, talk to an adult you trust. And if you're too scared or worried they won't believe you, Kids Helpline is always here for you, because everyone deserves help, especially you. 1-800-55-1800 or visit kidshelpline.com.au.
At CQ Uni, we believe change is something that should start at home. We see our communities growing healthier by training professionals here in our regions. We see our producers benefiting when we share knowledge, technology and ideas. We see opportunities to nurture our environment and support industry. By finding more ways where we live better, we could just make a world of impact. Join us at CQ University today.
It takes a lot of hard work and a few rocks in your boots, but this is the way we like it. Field Mining Services Group, more than a job, it's a lifestyle. It takes a lot of hard work and a few rocks in your boots, but this is the way we like it.
How we looking, lad? 20 minutes, bud. I'll be on the 20. Down in the
Field Mining Services Group, more than a job, it's a lifestyle.
It's the 2022 Rumble on the Reef, live from the Sugar Bowl in Mackay, the Songline Indigenous Skate Day. Donate via the QR code on your screen or at songlineskateboarding.com/donate. Theo, what an incredible night of entertainment that we've seen here tonight through every category that's been on display.
Yes, no, it's been good to see. We've had the 15 and under males out there throwing down the women's and then the men's to wrap it up at the end of the night. And there was some spectacular skateboarding going down from all divisions.
Now's the time to award our bronze, silver and gold medalists tonight. But everybody who's taken part deserves a massive congratulations. Let's kick it off with our 15 and under male bowl. In third place was Zen Dixon. Zen's ride tonight, he was so consistent throughout his 3 runs. He one not to be missed, a name to write down and check out as well. Zen Dixon was our winner in number 3. Our winners, if you make your way over to our podium, you'll be able to accept your prize from one of our female skaters tonight.
That's the infamous Tora Waldron out there bestowing the medals upon the young bloods.
In second place was Taj Wolfenden. He was incredible as well. He really answered the call. Every time a challenge was thrown down to him tonight, he responded and responded in kind. Such a good skater.
He definitely knew when to step up and skate when it counted. There was not much of a gap between second and first place tonight. It really came down to only 2 points.
It certainly did, and one of the crowd favourites here tonight. He is 9 years of age. We're going to see him at plenty of more Rumble on the Reefs in years to come. Our number 1 gold medalist tonight, Louis Degucci.
That's it, Louis Degucci. What a man, what a man. Out there with the blue shirt, repping a gold medal, one that he's earned every step of the way. Absolutely throws down in the bowl when it comes to it. Not to be discounted. This dude's going to be stepping up and skating in the Opens in no time.
We saw it tonight. We saw the 13-year-old in the Opens. Can we see a 10-year-old in the Opens next year?
Mate, it's never too... Not at all. He's definitely... I think next year is probably worthy that he steps up. If you get gold in the under-15s, maybe you just should qualify through. Just like the socials. If you win gold in socials, you've got to skate the Opens.
Unbelievable. Now our women's bowl. This was so hotly contested. It literally came down to the last run of the night for our winner. But in third place tonight, if we can make our way to the stage, please, Jada Ward, who again was so consistent throughout her 3 runs from Palm Beach on the Gold Coast. The Ward family taking home some silverware tonight. A bronze medal for Jada.
Yes, massive shout out to Jada taking out bronze. She got 46.5 points out there, skating at the Sugar Bowl, trying to hit all those walls, get that 45-second run together. And she made it count when it needed to. Got the tricks in, got the score, got the prize.
Certainly did. Our silver medalist tonight was leading until that last run of the night was so strong. Went big in the last round. Unfortunately couldn't pull it off, but needs to be proud of her efforts. Arissa True with the silver medal tonight.
Yeah, on screen right now, Arissa donning her new silver medal. hanging out on the podium. We got our third and second place winners up there. But at the end of the day, there's only one that comes on first. And that is, I got to say it, one of my favorite women skaters out, Tania Myers, with 61.5 points, ending up on top of the leaderboard right there with the trophy, the gold medal. Tania has definitely earned this, coming out with that last run and just owning that first place on the podium.
And just showing the first two runs didn't go according to plan. Went back, regrouped, drew on the energy of the crowd, and absolutely brought it in run number 3 and walks away tonight with a gold medal hanging around her neck.
Absolutely frothing. I don't know if you can drink from that cup. It's got a few too many tolls, but you can hang out at the bar after Tania and have a few cold ones with your homies. You've earned that celebration. Make the most of it. A shout out to our women. That is Jada, Arissa, Tania, absolutely owning the podium. How good is it?
This is what I love to see. These girls have competed. They've given it their absolute all in the bowl tonight. They've left it all out there with nothing to spare. The gas tank is running on empty, but they're still smiling. They're sharing and encouraging and celebrating each other's achievements. The sportsmanship that we've seen tonight has been first class.
There's always unity in the skateboarding community, and there's no exception tonight. All around that Sugar Bowl is just hype on hype on hype. The crowd is about it. The skaters supporting one another, and it's just slaps and taps all the way around. Nothing but stoke up there tonight.
And now our men's bowl final. It promised to deliver, and it didn't disappoint. It was first class from run 1 to the final run of the night. In third place tonight was Freddie Arnold, who really brought it late in the piece as well.
Yeah, definitely. And Freddie, again, a veteran of this bowl, knows how to skate it, knows how to link those tricks together and make it count when he needs. Freddie with that third place win, not too far behind second either, only a few points between them.
This is a name that we need to write down, we need to remember, because we've said it all night. We keep harping on about his age, but he's just 13 years of age. He's competing in the men's division. In second place tonight was Jake Thatcher.
Yeah, that's it. Jake Thatcher, Attack of the Thatch. He's out there in the bowl every year throwing down. But like I said, he comes from good DNA. His old man's about it. So he's just going to fill those shoes and probably outgrow them.
I love the bleached hair with the pink and blue tips. Is amazing. A man who, again, brought the best in his run, was disappointed in the first run, dug deep in the second run, absolutely threw it down like he did in the semi-finals. And when it mattered tonight is our men's open winner, Ethan Copeland.
And an absolute destroyer out there. You could see he was a step above the amount of amplitude he put into those tricks, how high he blasted off the walls, the extra rotations in his grabs. Ethan really earned that first place tonight. He really stood out.
And how he threw down, like the crowd was absolutely amazing. Just kept lifting every time he threw down a trick. The crowd went nuts, and he lifted to the occasion.
The size of those backside airs, the 360s through the hips, Ethan was just in a league of his own, and it shows in the points. There was a bit of a gap between first to second. Ethan Copeland taking our first place and just owning that spot.
We're wrapping up a huge night here in the bowl, in the Sugar Bowl in Mackay, but the fun doesn't stop here. Tomorrow we are back. We are taking it to the street. 1:30, Fuel TV, not one to be missed. We are going to see some of the finest skating that this country has to offer in every division. We've got the men's, we've got the women's, and what I'm looking forward to the most, the big trick competition.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll have a different format for tomorrow's event. There will be a best trick section at the end. So they do their runs and then move on to best trick, which is just throwing down your absolute bangers, the heaviest of the heavy tricks in your arsenal. And here at the Sugar Bowl, we have a 9 set. That's 9 stairs with handrails on either side. The perfect setup for a best trick session to go down. All cameras focused in on the one spot. The heavy tricks coming out. It's definitely one to witness. You don't want to miss this.
I can't wait. 1:30 tomorrow. Put it in your calendar now. Set that alarm. You do not want to miss it. Theo, we'll catch you again tomorrow. The 2022 Rumble on the Reef, live from the Sugar Bowl in Mackay. That wraps it up from the bowl. Tomorrow we take it to the streets, and we can't wait. Tonight, Theo, we saw all the action in the bowl. Tomorrow, we take it to the streets. We're on live from 1:30 again. We're going to see some of our bowl skaters compete in the street. If you thought that the bowl was exciting, tomorrow is just going to be as action-packed.
As much as I love watching the bowl skating, I'm more of a street skater myself, so I'm always hyped to see the street section go down. Again, that best trick section on the 9-stair and the handrail setup is unreal when the energy comes out of the crowd and the boys throw down their best. It's just non-stop bangers back-to-back that whole session.
We got the chance to see the semi-finals yesterday. The guys have had a full day to rest and recuperate, and if the semi-finals are anything to go by, tomorrow they're going to be taking it to 11. It will be one not to be missed.
Yeah, and some of the warm-ups I've seen going down to the park, not just that best trick section, but their runs are just as impressive, flowing from one end to the other, hitting all the street obstacles on the way through. It's going to be some serious skateboarding.
Let's get some sleep. Let's get back here tomorrow. It's the 2022 Rumble on the Reef. We're live from the Sugar Bowl in Mackay. Tonight, we're in the bowl. Tomorrow, we're taking it to the streets. We'll see you then.